Chapter 1. Slibowski and I were crammed into the china cupboard, emptied for the purpose, of a small Brazilian restaurant on the outskirts of the Frankfurt railway station district, waiting for a couple of racketeers to show up demanding protection money. The cupboard was about 1 metre 20 wide and 70 centimetres deep. Neither Slibowski nor I would be giving the clothing industry cause for concern about the sales of their XL sizes. Furthermore, we were wearing bulletproof vests, and when it came to the crunch, we hoped at least to get a pistol and a shotgun into position where we wouldn't shoot ourselves in the foot or blast our own heads off. I could just imagine the racketeers entering the restaurant, hearing pitiful cries in the corner after a while, and opening the cupboard door to find two total idiots squashed inside, arms and legs flailing helplessly. And I pictured Rosario's face at this sight. Rosario was the owner and manager of the Saudade, and he had appealed to me for help. I'd known Rosario since his first gastronomic venture running a snack bar in Sachsenhausen. Until now he'd only been an acquaintance. I was glad to know him when I was skint and he stood me dinner. I wasn't so glad when I was in funds and met him in a bar and he came to sit at the same table and we had to talk about something or other just because we knew each other. So if this evening's operation came into the category of a favour done for a friend, then it was mainly because Rosario hadn't offered me any payment and I couldn't really ask for any either. Just after midnight, we'd stationed ourselves here half an hour ago, and for about the last 20 minutes my legs had been going to sleep. It was unusually warm for early May. Daytime temperatures were up to 27 degrees, and by night they didn't fall below 15, which didn't keep Rosario from turning his central heating up to maximum, from force of habit, and because complaining about the German weather was, in a way, one of his last links with Brazil. He'd lived in Frankfurt for the last 20 years. He went to the Côte d'Azur on holiday, and I didn't know if overcooked sweet and sour chicken and tough pork chops with canned peas were typical specialities of Brazil, but you couldn't really wish them on his native land. Anyway, the whole city might be going around in T-shirts, his customers might be dying of heat stroke, but Rosario insisted that it was always cold in Germany, and the sun always shone in Brazil, whether he was in a generally bad or a generally good mood. So I wasn't going to make any money out of this. I couldn't feel my legs anymore.